We're live, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, man.
Yeah, Cookies will be leaving. Well, I'll be leaving,
I'm
but
getting
yeah,
we'll
I'll be
both
back
leave.
in an hour, boys. In the booth, just getting set up right now. Looking at the, oops, did not want to do that. Exciting game on the horizon, though. That much is certain. Gotta get the Twitch. I think this should be picking up my voice. I'd hate to make that mistake again. I mean, let me play something.
K3 status in comparison.
All right, I was watching that earlier. Largely unrelated, entirely unrelated to the game at hand, but you know, that's right. We're waiting patiently for old Ragin' and Stinky. I think they are doing their practices right now. He's setting his depth chart. I mean, I can show my stuff while we wait. That strikes me as a good thing. You guys fans of the Eagles? I gotta pop out this chat. I lost it. Definitely lost it. I don't know where I put it. Okay. We just won't. We'll just pull it up on the phone like we usually do. But certainly a desirable game on the horizon. A team that's looking to compete in an MKL Super Bowl, even. And then a team that missed the playoffs. So it's kind of funny. That was a thing that happened.
EA Sports.
I don't know. I ask what the word is. I'm gonna look at the teams on my game real quick before we hop in the stream. Mute that in case that gets us in trouble. I think that'd be undesirable. Now we should be okay. Yeah, man, we're staying hydrated out there. You know, got me a lemon lime. I refer to it as green. Lemon lime. Limes are green. Lemons are yellow. It's like a yellow green. I can see how they get there, but I think it's you know, I think it's green. That's what I've always called it. Others call it other things. There's like a dark green flavor though. But Gatorade politics are not what we're here for, actually. But we want to look at the Falcons, and obviously they've got a talented squad. Dev Down, Bijan, Devin Duvernay, certainly a somewhat desirable player to have. It's going to be Anthony Schwartz, though, who's the real threat of this offense. They're either going to pound the rock, they're going to throw it to Anthony Schwartz. I mean, you know, and then everything else, like, they don't really even need good players for. When they throw that cross over all the zones, certainly not a thing. Hey, what's good, man? Who's here? Oh, it's the doctor. So,
hello.
I'm glad that you're here with
sound
me.
all to you?
Yeah, you sound good, brother. Keep talking?
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you're good, man. You got it.
Yeah. You know, as part of my allegations or my plea deal to say I'm doing some community service right now.
I'd say that is certainly what you're doing by being here. That's honestly really funny. So we're going to switch to this here on the stream. I can turn off my... well, I'll do that later. We'll worry about turning my thing off later. But I'm ready for the boys. I know you're ready.
Yeah. I am. I'm gonna get a drink of water because my throat is fucking dry as shit.
All right, well,
I'll be
I'd
right
certainly
back.
like to hear your thoughts on. He'll be right back. Well, then we have my thoughts on the game. I'm a believer. Let me see who I voted for first, so that my thoughts line up with my Game of the Week vote. I voted Ragin, and then I voted Chargers. So, all right, I had to remember what my ideals are for this game. But Ragin's certainly a desirable team. That's right. Stinky's also quite desirable. I'm being pinged lots. We're gonna mute that so that stops happening. And now we're good again. But Stinky's he's a confident guy. You know what I'm saying, Doc? He's very confident in his abilities, and he seems to think that he's got Ragin figured out.
I was about to say something similar as well. Stinky says he's controlled the games quite a bit whenever he's played Ragin, and he's actually said he's let Ragin win a few to boost the morale of the Atlanta Falcon locker room.
Well, a loss here. I know Ragin's a guy who his attitude definitely shifts with his player morale. Like at first, I thought that system was unrealistic, and then I heard Ragin after a loss. You remember when he lost with the Broncos and his team's morale went way down? Like that is literally like so funny that his morale lined up with the team. And a week 1 loss after going undefeated, it probably would hurt morale a little bit.
Yeah, not gonna lie, if you're a team who's not used to losing like Ragin's, a loss in the opening week of the season can definitely rattle a few of the gears in the cog that's been Ragin's team.
And not only is this opening week, I think they gave them the opening game of the season because on Neon their game's first. So this is literally the season opener. Back to throw now. Mahomes starting an offense. Going underneath. That's Tyquan Thornton. And no knockouts here. That ball is completed. And that's a first down on the first play.
Yeah, the thing that Stinky has is he has speed at the receiver position to outrun the knockouts that Ragin hasn't played.
And certainly other teams simply do not have the means to beat man coverage. I think we saw that in the conference championship, certainly.
I think one of the 3 key players that I saw in this game is going to be Mr. Jalen Hyatt. First week with Patrick Mahomes going from Will Levis to the GOAT himself.
And guess what? Will Levis is on this Chiefs team. So even if Mahomes goes down, he'll at least be familiar with one target. A little run here to the outside. Jay Murray. Who the hell is that?
This from Mr. Ragin here as, if Ragin's able to pass commit every play, you're probably going to lose the game. Keep him honest, make his defense defend the run. And with only 1 no outsider and 1 inside stuff, Ragin's defense is very susceptible.
Yeah, and we see that inside stuff on the outside. You're about to compliment his stick work right there?
I was, yes.
Well, pretty mediocre. Not going to lie. I think you're glazing. But Stinky, certainly probably better than most on the sticks, as you might imagine. That's a nice run right there to the outside for big yards. And right now, this Chiefs offense is moving, unlike we've seen before. I mean, the entire playoffs last year, nobody moved on him. And oh my goodness, and it begins. Drops back, and Arnold Ebiketie having his way with the Chiefs offensive line.
And that's something you just have to game plan and take out of your game plan, if I'm being honest. You got to eliminate the play action passes. His pass rushers are too good to not bite on the run. If you're going to play action, you're going to get sacked 9 times out of 10 playing this defense.
Well, we'll see what he can cook up here. Back to throw now. He's got the cross. Diving catch. That's Tyquan Thornton. What an athletic play. Makes the catch, gets the first down, and they're going to keep him moving in the no huddle.
Yeah, I like the no huddle too. Ragin likes to make, I feel, quite a few adjustments on defense. Keep them off guard if you see something you like. And this play absolutely bagged. Mahomes is running for his life, and that's what you have to do if you're playing a guy who plays man-to-man pretty much every down. Is those QB runs are going to be available if you get out of the pocket because no one's going to be covering him.
Yeah, and you got all your guys running down the field on these cross posts, whatever. It certainly leaves room for you to run, and Mahomes probably not as fast as you'd like, but certainly quick enough to get the job done, and we see it right there.
Yeah, and we see brand new Sam Laporta. The Chiefs made a lot of offseason moves, and
Not as
some
many
teams
as the
made,
Patriots.
yeah, a lot of
Oh,
offseason moves. And a position that you need to have that's elite to beat this Raging team is the tight end position. The tight end's not going to get pressed, and he's most likely going to get
the
covered by the
tight
worst
end
corner. Or
cooks man. It's so important to have a good
Mhm.
tight end when you're playing man. I'm glad you brought that up. Certainly a very important position against man-dominant teams. And I like that he can put the running back on routes too. That certainly helps. And right there, he can't get rid of it. Mahomes, wishing he had Gunslinger, can't get rid of the ball, and that's going to bring up an early 4th down and 5.
Yeah, Mahomes is getting a little bit up there in age. If this was real life, we could blame it on his shoulder being a little bit older.
Uh-huh.
Hey, that kind and maybe he's not getting the balls out as fast. Mahomes has had some really bad regressions throughout the last two
Absolutely.
seasons.
I'm shocked to see it. He had the zig, opts to go to the tight end, he gets it inbounds, and that's Sam Laporta, who we were just talking about making a big play.
Yeah, right on cue. What are your thoughts on Stinky getting rid of his superstar tight end to kind of free
He
up
does
cap?
it. He does it every year. He devs a guy, trades him, and then gets a position that he desires. I don't know what he traded the tight end for that he devved last year, but certainly classic Stinky run of the mill. 2nd down and goal here. It looks like we're going to some RPO action. I hate when he does this. Handing off underneath, and bam, right there, blown up. I think
It looks like a bad read from Mahomes. I really don't like those RPOs where you have the running back on the opposite side of your throwing shoulders, so that way you have to completely turn to make the motion. And it looks like he had the receiver on there.
It did look like he had him. Unfortunately, did not make the pass. Trusted his running back to get in, and he got absolutely swallowed up by Chase Young, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and goal. Oh, I taught him this play. This is my play. Back to throw. Doesn't have anything. He's going to scramble up the middle. Fighting. Mahomes lost it. Somehow recovered, and they're a yard away from the end zone.
And it's not in the end zone either.
That is ridiculous.
The Chiefs.
Oh, man. That play certainly designed for man. Stinky shows him a zone look, and it's absolutely bagged into oblivion. Good call from Ragin, but that's going to bring up a 4th down and goal from mere inches away. And, Doc, I'm sure your girl tells you this often, but inches can make all the difference.
They absolutely can, and that's why we have a healthy relationship. As we see Taekwon get an easy score into the end zone. Running man coverage, if you're going to have to cover the RPOs in a very specific way that I don't think Ragin knows how to do.
Certainly not. And right there, it gets him in the end zone. That's 7 on the board, and the Chiefs are out to an early lead. Now, continue.
If I'm Ragin, the confidence I would have had going into this game is pretty nullified. You get the win basically by having Stinky get the ball first, and you don't get the stop. And I don't think we've seen this team have to play from behind quite a bit. And as someone who's as run dominated as Mr. Ragin, playing from behind is not ideal for your defense or your offense.
No, certainly not. And I'm very curious to see what Stinky's got to defend this offense that somehow is high powered by some miracle. Stinky certainly has the players to do it. He's got a lot of desirable talent. He has clearly he didn't set his depth chart. That's freaking hilarious. But
see some 62 overalls in there, and the legends Patriot Brendan Schooler is in there. A lot of Patriots legends, and
you guys seem to trade a lot. I noticed that earlier. I was like, man, that's nuts. You guys really must like each other or something.
Yeah,
got a good relationship between the front offices.
When you build rapport with a team and you don't try to fleece each other much, good things can tend to happen. And we've become an edge factory and a wide receiver factory.
I've got to know, does Spit consult you on trades?
He does ask me, what do you think about this? And I tell him most of the time I think it's stupid with most of the trades that he comes up with.
Well, I know Ragin, a guy who gets consulted on stuff by Nick. They actually had a huge trade to get put up earlier. Did you see that? Ragin trading like his entire draft for like next year's entire draft or something, like or maybe the other way around.
Yeah, I wonder if that's because of the draft class that
I
Cookie.
figure it is. I have no interest in drafting in that draft class, so probably I'd like to do a similar trade. Back to throw, going to the underneath. That's Bijan Robinson, and he's got room to run. Just gonna fight forward, and that's gonna be about a 30-yard pass on the first pass of the season.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter and Bijan Robinson have the chemistry that they've had for years. We see Desmond Ritter do a basically
yeah,
throw
that's dumb
body.
as hell. That's so stupid. You know, he made a play. What can I say? You got good players make good plays, and Desmond Ritter in this universe is a very good player, which is really funny because he sucks really bad in real life, despite what Rajan might think.
Yeah, and is this Big Nickel that we're
This
seeing
is
right
Big
now?
Nickel. I don't like Big Nickel. I don't know why he runs it. It doesn't look like it's worked so far, but we're also like 5 seconds into the drive, so we'll see what happens. Back to throw now. Going to the post route, and Desmond Ritter, a rare miss. Maybe an under pressure action, maybe just one of those passes that miss on perfect accuracy. Couldn't really tell you. One thing that I can tell you is that ball falls to the dirt incomplete.
Yeah, and you know that's typical of what you want to see if you're stinky. Is on the play action, you want your pass rushers to get home, and I think that was Josh Uche who got in home there. You have 3 basically pass rushers with no block shedding ability. So on the plays that he is going to pass him to get there, and we see red zone scissors or whatever play that is, Bijan's going to break a tackle, get down to the 11-yard line, and I don't know if that was intentional, probably not, but my favorite thing to do this year is if I know I'm going to be within the 10-yard lines, I will go down at the 11 or 12 so I can get myself an extra 4 downs if I need to.
It's certainly terrible when you get stuck in a bad part of the field. I also like to try and get in before, but going down early is certainly not a thing that I had ever considered. I know some folk do it. Clearly you do it. But I have doubts that's a Rajan thing.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts has no one covering him. I'm wondering if this is a good strategy or not. It is a run, so it doesn't entirely matter, and Bijan's getting stuffed, as we see James Houston and whoever 91 is, Josh Uche, make a big play there.
Well, the end of the first, and things are looking okay. I mean, the Chiefs did get the ball at the start of the game, but right now they're doing the best they can, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, this is the season opener because it is the Thursday night game.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, opening the NFL season, a lot of these guys, they're a little rusty. You know, it's been a long off season, especially this year. And, you know, oh my goodness, that guy came in screaming, rolling out to his left, Desmond Ritter. He's going to have room, and that's somehow going to be a touchdown. What the frick? That's the power of play action. I mean, very difficult to get a stop when your player is making a boneheaded decision like that. And that's why you need a 97 speed player like Nolan Smith trying to make that play. Because Nolan Smith definitely makes that tackle. Holy frick.
Is Nolan Smith a high IQ guy that can read the play action?
Not. I mean,
Ritter.
but he still had the ball. Like you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, if he tackled him early enough, it wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? But
and you were talking about the off season.
I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, you know, off season, right? You know, you're rusty. I was so horrified he was gonna chuck that post. Holy frick!
Yeah, if your name is Doc, you're throwing that post.
Nah, but the early season, you know, you see a lot of guys, you know, who aren't tuned up yet. Curious if we're gonna see that today. Certainly seems like the defenses might be a bit slow to the party, as you know we've seen these teams drive pretty effortlessly, especially the Falcons. The Chiefs had some sputters, but they got in there, albeit it was very scary. It certainly seems to me like the Chiefs are going to get stopped tonight, and that's probably when things might get bad.
I don't think the 5-way here. It's basically telling Rajan, I'm passing, come pass commit. And we see Chase Young come in free, absolutely.
Yeah.
Can't be in 5 wide.
Yeah, I don't think 5 wide is good at all for this, because literally 2, you know, edge threat double or nothings, basically. I think he's got pass committed on both, but serves the same purpose. He's literally just going to get dicked, and there's nothing he can do about it. We're going to see it again right here for sure. There is no way he doesn't just get absolutely shafted. And there comes Chase. Oh, the windup is unreal. Oh, my God. He wouldn't have had it anyway. What's up?
What release is that?
That's, I don't know. It's probably just the one that everyone uses, don't you think? He's probably on traditional 4. Bro just absolutely was corking that thing. Oh
yeah,
my
Stinky
God.
Said 4 actually. So I'm interested in running and terrible punt. You know,
terrible punt.
Invest, I guess, if you want, but starting at the 40 and you get ball at half, this is not looking good for Stinky.
Yeah, I mean, not good. The Falcons appear to be poised to continue their dominance.
We see the superstar rookie. I think it's like Brandon McLean or something.
Yeah.
Or McLean.
He's 380 pounds, and he does have a superstar dev. Not revealed yet. Seems like a guy he wants to keep. And look at the rollout, play action, and like nothing ever plays the flat. Because you can't, your flat won't play the flat. Man coverage doesn't play the flat. Like, it's difficult. It's very hard. I don't even know what you know what I'm saying. That's impossible. Back to throw, going to the flat, not play action this time. That's Kyle Pitts fighting forward for about 7.
Yeah, an adjustment I would like to see Stinky make is, you know, if your guys aren't going to play the flat, you might as well blitz them off the edge and contain the QB and hope someone can make a play. And we're seeing that here. We see the RPO, almost never throw the RPO, and it gets absolutely stuffed with Gregory Rousseau with inside stuff.
Well, this is the play right here. If the Chiefs want to stay in this game, they got to make a play right here, right now. 3rd down and 5. We know Rajan will take his 3. I figure he's one to take his 3 right here, especially because he gets the ball. That's the best you can ask for, to give him the ball at the 40-yard line. You know? Yeah,
you know, Young Wei-Koo's basically guaranteed a field goal already at the 40-yard line. Holding him to 3 would be a enormous, you know, win for Stinky. We're going to see Spinner here. I'm not sure this is the play call, and he throws the RPO. I thought it was going to be inches.
I thought it was going to be inches too.
The Falcons GM complains the most about 4th and inches more than anybody in the league, and I thought we were about to.
Someone like complain and like suspect that these guys like purposely are getting inches, but. You know, Rajan, quite the conspiracy theorist, rolling out to his right.
He's going to have the crosser in the end zone. He doesn't see it. He sees it. Terrible ball.
Yeah, Desmond Ridder unable to make the throw. I think the pressure was there. I think if you're too pressured, the deadeye from inside and sideline deadeye doesn't work. I'd have to look. You know, I think that's what happened right there.
Why do those work on the run? I feel like you would have to have like dashing deadeye for those to work on the run.
I have a thing. I can tell you right now when it's supposed to work.
Tell me.
I was actually pretty surprised because I looked at it the other day. I was curious. I gotta find inside deadeye on here. Hold on. All right. Inside deadeye. We're gonna go inside run here. Blown up. 3rd down and 10. Okay. It deactivates with high balls, low balls. Is QB under pressure? It's supposed to deactivate on the run and player velocity direction. But there's one thing. You remember roaming deadeye? How you could let go of R2?
Yeah, let go of R2.
Yeah, I think that's still in the game. So if you're not holding R2, but you're still like in the process of being on the run, you can definitely still throw it on the run. It's the pressure. That's why he missed the throw.
Yeah, and I assume we're going to see red zone scissors here. I'm not sure why Stinky's user is on the trip side. You know, if I'm going to cover anyone, it's going to be the running back.
I mean, I'm sure he's hoping that his 3rd plays it. He has a curl flat. It's just a normal corner. He should play that with KO. Tries to make a throw, can't get there, and that's going to be incomplete. And the field goal unit's going to come out, and Young Wei-Koo, automatic, especially from this distance. Kick is going to be up, and kick is going to be right down the middle. Bang, bang. And the Falcons are out to a 3-point lead.
And with a recap of that drive, what did you like from Stinky on defense?
I like that he didn't give up a touchdown. That's for sure. I think he certainly made some mistakes on that drive, and that's what I like to focus on. What are you doing wrong? I didn't like the spinner call. It gave him the RPO. Gave him the first down. But you know what? It ended up working out in the end there. I think that last play he had, the cover 3, I think that would have played what he wanted pretty well, especially that condensed. I'm a fan of thirds in the red zone, certainly. Outside run here.
Mhm.
Cutting back in, back
And terrible
out, and Murray.
Oh my!
He could have been out of town. He could have been like Baja touchdown in the end zone.
And I don't like how up close this free safety is. If Stinky wanted a shot here, this is the play to take it. But we're gonna see him run the same play twice in a row.
No, he's gonna let this at the 2-minute warning, bro. He's not snapping this. You gotta have some IQ there, Doctor. What are we doing? You didn't see that? Man, got some amateurs up in the booth with me, man. At least you made the playoffs, unlike Stinky.
I'm not. I'm not waiting for the 2-minute warning there, especially with how Raging likes to play. I'm not waiting for the 2-minute warning.
If I can't put a play out there that I'm confident in, then I don't want to snap it, especially in a game like this.
He had to look for a shot. I thought he had a shot. He's
Raging loves giving. Again. He loves using the safety, and it's so dumb. It's so terrible. I don't know why he does it.
And we're seeing him run to the opposite side of Chase Young. That's absolutely what you have to do if you want to be successful. And he's a terrible run.
Yeah, how's the edge? It was. I don't know how fast that guy is. He doesn't seem all that quick. Certainly not a Devin A. Shane. I think he was doubting his ability to get out there to the edge. He tried to make something happen by cutting it inside. Didn't work out. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 here.
And that's where we see a skill gap of running steady.
Okay. I don't need to hear about that. It's quite slim. He is the corner. He's going to throw it. Sam Laporta goes down, avoids the knockouts. I love that. I think he could have caught that and gotten a few extra yards, but certainly I'm just ecstatic that he's able to catch him. We're seeing him run we're seeing Raging run like zone. Oh my god. Oh, that's a nice ball. I was a little worried.
On Nicole there. That was huge.
That was huge. It was a nice ball. I was worried for a second, but no, that's a dot, man. That's hot. Not a play that I would ever want to run. I don't like making throws like that. It's very scary.
I want to speak on Hyatt here. Have Hyatt beat the press. He's not going to do it. And
no!
Had Mahomes pump. But did you see the wheel?
What? I saw a guy wide open on the wheel, yes.
Yeah, absolute
That's
missed.
Probably what he was, he's probably kicking himself. I know he saw that. But Mahomes losing the football, thankful for him to have gotten it back.
And nothing's
rolling out to his right. He has the spy. Throws it away. He's still in field goal range. It's not the end of the world if you take 3 here, brother. But Stinky's a guy who I think could end up forcing it right here. And Stinky, or Raging rather, you'd imagine, probably pretty content to just sit in man and get his free stop. So
yeah, if this is me, I'd consider running it to force Raging to use the timeout so he can't run the offense that he'd like to run with 30 seconds left. We're not going to see that. We're going to see a pass, and we're going to see Mahomes get absolutely sandwiched in between 2 players, and that's not good. Raging with 3 timeouts, gets ball at half with about 26 seconds probably. Mm-hmm. Actually, no, probably with about 20 seconds to try and go get 3. Will Raging go get 3? I don't know, but if he were to play aggressive, I'd love to see that and try and see him take the lead before half.
Well, kick is up, kick is good, and that certainly would be nice. You'd hate to see a mistake from the Falcons because that would be like backbreaking. But even he can try. If he doesn't get 3, it's not the end of the world, and if he does, then he's sitting very pretty. So a solid game on the horizon here. We got a good one, as predicted. Devin Duvernay on the return. Going to go down at about the 21. I had something I wanted to bring up. Kind of slips the mind, unfortunately. That's sad. That's sad stuff, man.
Very sad.
So 20 seconds remain in the half. 3 timeouts. Very high likelihood he gets in right here. But it means that Raging is probably going to have to pass the football, though he is crazy enough to run it. We'll see what he can do.
I don't like the adjustment of manning up the tight end.
I don't like that either, but it works out there. That's why we're not playing in the game, I would have liked to trust my zones underneath. I think that hook curl would have made that tackle for me.
Yeah, when you're running man coverage, I think when you're playing someone who's not proficient in passing, if you're going to run man coverage, you're just inviting them to get open routes.
Sure.
But if you're running zone, you can try and trick your opponent a little bit, force them into bad throw.
Intentional grounding. 3rd down and 18 here. The Chiefs could get this ball back, which would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, I assume Rajan hands the ball off here because he would do the opposite of what a lot of us would do, which was try and pick up the first down.
Uh-huh. I don't hate a run here. I think that makes sense. I think his chance at points have all but vanished unless he has a huge play. I think running would be really intelligent. I almost feel like, whoa! Bro drops back to pass, gets nailed, goes down, gets rid of the ball first. They're going to punt it.
Yeah, I like the call. I like the comeback route on the left side. Just didn't get time there. You know, Stinky invested a lot into his edge rushers this year. But what a beautiful punt with
great punt, and it's out of bounds. Stinky has 75 yards to go with 1 second on the clock, and MVS isn't on this team. We certainly won't be seeing a miracle play from him. I was just going to kneel out the half, so I mean, that's fair. That's certainly an option. Probably feeling good about having this game tied, and that's going to bring us to halftime. So, 10-10 your score. How do you feel about how the game's gone so far, Doctor?
I feel this is the game that Stinky was going to want to have because I was interviewing Stinky a little bit earlier, and he was saying either this game's going to be close and I'm going to win, or I'm going to get blown out. And right now it's close, so Stinky's own prediction seems very formidable at this point. And because I bet rings on Stinky, I am hoping that he's able to pull this off.
I just realized that Ferda is streaming his game of the week right now. At the same time as this game. Man, that's real sad.
Twice.
It's what?
They've disconnected twice, I believe.
The frick? That's so funny. I put my money on the Chargers. I don't know if Ferda is any good. I figured he's not because he's a part of the Suz clan. But it seems pretty evenly split over there.
Yeah, Ferda may not be good, but have you seen the Buccaneers team? They look amazing.
I think you are wrong. I think you are so wrong. I was looking at the receivers, and I was thinking, man, these guys suck cock. I think our definitions of amazing are very different. Outside run here for Bijan.
Have you seen their D-line?
I don't care about that. It's certainly not better than a Sniper, a Stinky, a Ragin. I mean, do you think it rivals theirs? Is it that good?
I would say that. And the Buccaneers did just
ridiculous. I must not be in the know with my fellow NFC guys. Back to throwing a streak. This is caught by Anthony Schwartz. And then, you know what, dude? That's a good old CFM ball. The guy's running in a straight line, likely faster than whoever that random dude is. And that's the pain of playing a guy who only runs the football and has a 99 speed receiver. That's why Sniper's got his. That's why Rajan's got his. It's a struggle out here, man.
Yeah, that is former first-round pick Evan Barber, who I believe is like 98 speed. Just getting burned.
Enough. Yeah, guy got cooked. Streak's very good against man this year. I'm excited to have a burner. What is he going to do? Throws it underneath. That's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to get out of bounds. It's going to be another first down for the Falcons.
And this is the first time I think I've really seen Stinky utilize the 3-3 Cub. If you're going to be in this, you're going to have to make sure to get the contains, and he isn't containing very well. And we see another play action
rolling
here.
Rolling out underneath, it's Jelani Woods, the recent pickup. He was excited to add Jelani Woods to the fold. And right there, he makes a nice little pickup for another huge chunk play at 10 yards.
Yeah, and if you're Stinky here, your defense is kind of reeling a bit. What are you trying to do to prevent a touchdown?
Evidently his answer is run commit. Is Jelani Woods going to get in the end zone for a touchdown? You know, I have trusted my guys. I like a bend, don't break style. Try and force you to make a mistake. So really what I'm doing doesn't particularly change no matter where in the field I am. Unfortunately for Stinky, he does change what he does, and there he decides to run commit.
We just got a hot mic. We heard Coach Stinky saying, my team is full of a bunch of fucking idiots. I'm not sure Coach Stinky wanted that to come in on the mic.
No, I figure not. You know, you mic a guy up, and you know when he says something so vulgar on live MKL television, you know we're certainly going to get fined for that language. But
Yeah.
it's very funny. He seems to be getting a bit of the frustration that many feel with the play action offense.
Is this sick
I,
or what is this? I'm so
this
confused.
looks like Cub. Back to throw. He's got the slant on the inside. That's Tyquan Thornton. He's going to be wrapped up and tackled.
And that is
offense is here.
a very dirty play from Jesse Bates there, I believe.
Is that what you think? I don't know. It looked like a tackle to me. Jalen Hyatt. I'm sure he'd love for Hyatt to cook his man here with the rage and using that left safety over the top. Oh, he's not using. He's on the other one. Hyatt did cook his guy though. Underneath. Trayvon Mulray blended into the logo. I didn't even see him.
I didn't even see him.
And that's that home field advantage, my friend. Bro blended into the logo. My goodness, what the hell? What?
Yeah.
What the frick? Bro had camouflage.
That's like laying in the snow. That's like wearing all white
No.
uniforms. Wow.
That is so funny. So some people used to use like a certain team in certain uniforms in MUT because they want their players to blend in the end zone. That's so freaking funny. That is the funniest thing ever. I literally didn't see that guy.
I didn't see him either. I thought it was going to be a nice little laser beam.
Yeah,
but
I mean, but that's why a lot of people highball everything because stuff like that. So
and no one's Bijan. This is terrible. Pitts in the flat.
We were looking at man, but when you insta throw a flat versus man, sometimes your guy's too far away to make a play on it, and right there, that's what we see. And this game, about over, man. Stinky losing off of that was kind of unfortunate. Not gonna lie to you. Terrible part of the field to have your QB spy literally right on the logo. That's freaking so funny.
And something I'd like to see is Stinky make an adjustment. He's not. You did get burnt off a streak, but I want to see you press your guys just like you did here. Stop the underneath throws or attempt to. You're making the game super raging.
Absolutely murdered by Gregory Rousseau. Crazy. That's a big stop right there, Doctor.
That is, and Gregory Rousseau is now in the zone. He is ready for this next defensive drive. And it is up. It is good. It is a 10-point game. If you're Stinky, you got to be thinking about a little bit of the clock here. You probably maybe have 2 possessions, I assume, if Ragin plays the offense the way he does. Not a good spot to be in.
Certainly not, but you got to be happy that you got the stop at least. Stinky malding in Gen Chat. I mean, there's nothing... I mean, it happens, man. It's a thing that happens. I don't know if there's any possibilities of that being a thing in Philly. I think that'd be pretty funny. But
I think so, too.
That is freaking hilarious. Oh, my God. Outside
and we go back
run
to
here. Nice cut inside from Murray. He tries to cut out. That was dumb as hell. I think he should have kept going inside. Take what's there. He's trying to make too much happen, but it does set him up in a solid spot for a deep shot. We'll see what he does. Has the flat, goes underneath. It's Wimbley. What the hell are you doing? Take your yards! You dumb bastard. God, Stinky, you know, not everybody can be as intelligent as us. You know what I'm saying, Doctor?
Yeah, you know, I feel like all you have to do is take your yards on the first and second play. Just pick up, you know, the downs and live another 10 yards and try and move the ball. You know, you're not.
I can respect trying to make a play, and this guy did it 2 plays in a row to not take the first down. I mean, first down, whatever. Second down, all right. You got the flat, take your first down. Let's get this fresh set of downs going. Really putting himself at risk right there. I didn't like it.
I didn't like it either. He has the tight end coming wide open. We see him move up. Laporta is able to tiptoe at the sideline, get up there. I'd like to see Laporta a little bit more involved. We didn't see him in the opening possession of Stinky's drive. And Laporta is really going to have to turn things on and beat the linebacker that is covering him if Stinky has a chance. We see a motion here with Hardman. It's going to fuck up.
It's going to make a flood concept over there. So he's got the flat, the corner, the streak to run him off. Solid concept. Not one that I'd put on the field for man.
Same.
Yeah, just brain dead dumb. I think he's frustrated, and I always like to say that Madden is very mental, and right now I think he's forgetting the things that he can do that would work. he's kind of on autopilot right now because he's frustrated after what happened. I think this one's cooked, man. I see no way. He's got to go to the tight end here. He sees him late, way too late, man. He sees him way too late. Jeff Okuda makes a play on the ball. Wow, what a hit from Mahomes.
Wow, Mahomes letting out his frustration.
Absolutely, that's what I was about to say. Jesus Christ, he has to throw that earlier. He has to put some freeform action on it. He took too long. Would you agree?
I did. I'm not sure what the read progression is there, but I'm looking at the crosser right away.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, and even then, he did throw it late. I'm shocked that Jeff Okuda made a play on it.
What?
Dude, Bijan Robinson just made a crazy play. Shrugs off the tackler effortlessly, and that's going to just give him 1,000,000 yards. I can't believe he... Not only did he shove the guy, like, off of him, the guy didn't get pushed out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, when you have a 99 overall running back, those are the plays you can make. And we see Bijan, you know, try and get to the edge. Good stop by Stinky. You absolutely have to hold him to 3 here if you want a chance at this game.
That's right. Raven seems pretty content with not scoring a touchdown here. I don't really blame him. I'd hate to take a risk.
Tackle out of here. Gets absolutely mauled.
Absolutely murdered. The shed is there. It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from 10 yards out. Probably undesirable if you're the Falcons, but I'm okay with 3. I am so okay with 3, it's not even funny. Because you have one of the best defenses in the league, and Stinky is a guy who is kind of reeling right now. He cannot get things together on offense. I think he's lost his composure. I don't think he's really a threat on the offensive side of the ball. So yeah, he's just going to run it, get ready to take his 3. Young Hoku is going to get sent out on the field. The ultimate disaster would be a block kick. And in the opener of the Falcons at the start of the franchise, literally the first game, he had a block kick and punt for touchdowns and lost to BKO, which is pretty hilarious. Right here, it's not going to happen, though. Kick is up. Kick is good, and that's going to be a 13-point lead for the Falcons.
And so I'm looking around the league right now. A couple games have already been played. Is there any games that have surprised you yet so far, Steady?
I don't know who's played. Couldn't tell you.
Nick and Bats played. Nick, I think, won 27-17. I think the Jets just beat the Bengals as well. And I'm not sure who else.
Well, that certainly sounds like an exciting string of games in the MKL. None more exciting than the Chiefs and the Falcons, huh? Potential for... there are probably more exciting games. We'll see what happens. He has the streak. He throws it. He's got him. That's Jalen Hyatt. And he's streaking down the sideline. The 10, the 5, the touchdown.
Absolutely huge for Stinky. You absolutely needed to score
100%.
quick. Now you have a chance. He's going for 2, which I don't agree with at all.
Yeah, that's dumb as frick. Why are you going for 2? It's so unnecessary. He's frustrated. He's not thinking. He's unintelligent. He's dumb. Every word in the book, he deserves to have it thrown at him right now. This does not benefit him in any way. If he doesn't get this, he's down by 7. If he does get this, well, whoop-de-doo, you're down by 5. Doesn't help him at all. And the knockouts there. Yeah, so I think what he's thinking is that he goes for 2, and then if he kicks 3. Yeah, if Raging kicks 3, then you're still in the game. But, oh my God, I don't like that, bro. I don't like it.
I don't either. You know, we really haven't seen Raging have to make a full field drive this game, pretty much, besides maybe the first drive of the game. And other than pretty much stopped him. Because he's had the ball at the 40, he's had the ball at the 30 to start with, and you've stopped him and held him to 3. I don't think you need to try and chase points like that.
I don't know. I'm starting to see why he did it, because this is pretty scary. Even if he got that, like, you know, he doesn't want to go down 8. And Rage is playing very conservative. He only wants 3. And he's only won his past few drives, and he doesn't need to worry about that, because Bijan Robinson, right up the middle, and it's very likely he could be going to the house. He won't be. Goes down at about the 20. Huge play, just a little too slow. And that's going to put Stinky in a terrible position.
Yeah, I feel like that's a losing spot right there. You know, you
100% a losing spot.
Would you have let him score?
No, I probably just accept the loss, honestly. Back to throw now. Ritter is going to run backwards 20 yards. Gets rid of it. Incomplete. Gonna bring up second down and 10.
Yeah, not sure I like that play call there. Probably want to keep the clock going. If you take the clock all the way down to like 3 minutes, this game's pretty much over with.
I mean,
And we're going to see an RPO.
This game is cooked either way. I mean, man. Going to throw the
We're gonna see-
RPO to the slow side only gets 1. Gonna bring up third down and 9, but he's okay. He doesn't care. He takes his 3, he wins the game, basically. Unless you give up another one-play touchdown to Jalen Hyatt. Seems unlikely.
You know, crazier things have happened.
Yeah, well, he just Raging gets a little lazy with the user. He wants to he run with the deep stuff all game, and eventually he peels off, and that's when you throw your free touchdown. So
this is an RPO. I don't think I like this
is
at all.
100% an RPO, and what do you know? Hands it off. He's afraid to throw it. I think he probably would have had it if he did throw it.
I think he did. It was only the hard flat out there to cover.
Kind of hard to tell. I don't like running RPOs when they're way out there. Like, I want to be able to see the player that I'm throwing to. Like, it's so stupid. But that's probably why he doesn't like to throw it. Kicking team is here.
All every RPO, then you don't really have to worry about seeing if your guy gets open.
That's true. It's kind of how I like to run my RPOs, but I will throw the flat on occasion. I don't like the slant ones. Kick is up. Kick is good. 10-point lead in Atlanta. 3.5 minutes remain.
And it's going to take a miracle from whichever God you believe in, whether it's the one Stinky believes in, the one Raging believes in. Start praying.
Wow, I didn't even think about that storyline. This is a battle of God, Jesus, and Allah. Don't you think? Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a battle of religion. Which one is better? And right now, Raging is comfortably sitting with the upper hand, in a pretty good spot.
And, if this was a battle for Palestine, the Palestinian people would not be happy.
Oh, my God. My God. I don't even know what to say about that. I don't like this play. Back to throw now. He's got the zig. Wow, that guy got his cankles broken. Is he on conservative? I probably would have tried to juke there.
He is on conservative.
Okay, well. A nice chunk play there. I'd like to, my goal on this drive, score before the 2-minute warning. You want that free timeout, but really as quick as possible is the goal without taking huge risks. Rolling out to his right, he has nothing. He's looking for something, he won't find it, throws it away. Wise decision there from Patrick.
I was looking at the crosser on there. I thought he had the crosser if he wanted to playmaker it up. His guy was so far behind. If you playmaker him up, I think Mahomes
I cannot condone such an action. I would not condone that decision. Back to throw. Still looking at man. Throws the post.
Terrible.
The click on was poor. Wanted his guy to undercut it there. Get him on the cut. I think that was the running back, though. I think he also ran the route pretty poorly.
Yeah, and while we're talking about this, and 4-minute offense down 2 possessions or down 10, I think the stupidest thing people talk about is take your field goal first and then try and get the touchdown.
Don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know why people do that. Nice little in route. The KO is going to make a play. You hate to see it. One of the most reliable routes you have against man, and he says, actually, you're not going to catch the ball, bucko. I'm going to touch you, and you're going to lose the football. So here's the game, fellas. He's probably looking. Oh my God! He's got a. Oh my God! Sam Laporta threads it. Patrick Mahomes threads the needle right to Sam Laporta. I'm shocked that Raging didn't cover it because that's the only thing I'm playing for if I'm Raging. Like that. That is what you expect. And right there, Stinky probably gets away with one.
He had the wheel route. There's a streak. Oh my God!
Underthrew it.
He had the wheel route wide open, and I don't know why you're looking at a streak on man coverage.
He had it. He did have it. It was just a bad throw. I don't know if it was a bad pass lead. What the hell happened? Undesirable. I'm probably looking at Hyatt here because he just cheated down with that safety. I like this play.
Yeah, force Raging's user to try and cover the middle here and hope that Hyatt beats the press and you can throw it over top. He had it. He's throwing it. Emerson's gonna get there.
Oh my god, he drops it. I see what he was going for. He wanted to make him feel like he had a shot at a lurk going through the angle. Very good, the angle route when you motion it out like that. But holy frick, he took a risk there, a little bit of a guess pass, and Stinky gets away with one right there. Unlucky for Ragin. He's got to throw the slant. He missed it.
What cannot happen here is you get sacked.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. He can take his 3.
Or to get the free timeout.
He does get the free timeout. That's true. I guess that's the one time I could justify kicking it on an early down instead of going for 7 for something like this. But, man.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. That was sad. I think he had... I'm a guy who throws that slant route. You pass, lead it underneath, and you undercut it, jump them, make a play. It's still going to be 4th down, but, you know, you could go for it. It probably would end up taking a 3 anyway, not going to lie. But maybe you break a tackle. I don't know, dude. I had no clue.
I like that idea, but, you know, we talk about having a good user. That's just not on defense. That's on offense as well. And we've seen on offense, Stinky's user isn't the best.
Yeah, we've seen him click on a few times and do quite poorly at it. I mean, sometimes, though, when you click on, your guy just, you know, doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, and I'm sure that's what we were looking at. Play action here. You're going to throw the football. Unwise. Stops the clock.
Ritter does a somersault.
Maybe he's trying to get a call right there. A little LeBron James flop action, huh?
Yeah, and if you're in this spot right now, you're feeling good with 2 minutes left. You still have the 2-minute warning.
Feeling good? Certainly not. But that play certainly was desirable. And this one, not so much. They give him the first down. Not out of it yet with the timeouts, but oh my goodness, was that not a play you could afford?
And honestly, I prefer him getting the first there instead of having it be 3rd and inches, because then he takes the first down, and then you lose 40 seconds, essentially.
Ragin's a guy who would probably punt it, so I don't think 3rd and inches would be the worst thing in the world if he doesn't get the last play.
And we're seeing a bunch of fake adjustments here.
This isn't real. This is not real. That's literally like 5. There's no way he changed every single route. 6! This is fake. He's 7! He passes it! What the hell? He literally put a streak and a zig.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if Ragin's remembering the Super Bowl commentary where we talked about his prowess as a passer, and it's not benefiting him right now.
He needs to be running the ball, bro. I don't like it. I don't like this. He's been busting runs out all night. Just busting all over the Chiefs' defense. And then he suddenly decides to go away from it. Run here, Bijan just so much heart. Fights forward for 4 yards on a play that could have been stopped for 0. My goodness. 3rd down and 6 coming up. It looks like Stinky is going to have an opportunity with a timeout. That's horrifying. I'm about to piss myself.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen Stinky go for 2 already. His money play didn't work. Do you think Stinky plays for overtime or plays for the win?
I think I'd play for overtime, honestly.
I do not like this at all. I do not like this at all. You need to man up Bijan.
He's got 2 guys in the same zone. What the frick?
And he gets the stop. That's huge.
He got stuck on Rousseau, and he didn't make the throw. Wow, Stinky really can. Man, that's freaking crazy. The thing is, normally, you know, against most, I'm going for 2 every time, unless it's a playoff overtime. Then I'll take my 1. But he's got so many KOs, and there's no field to throw the ball. So I'm just going to take my 1 and probably win the coin toss. You know? You feel me?
I do feel you. You know, Ragin's team is probably one of the few that are intimidating to get 2 yards. And I'd like to see a streak here on Hyatt, but we're probably not going to see that.
Okay, he must hear you, man.
Yeah, and he beats the press. He's going to have
beat the press, but he's, you know, with his user there, I like the throw underneath to Cole. That's a huge chunk of yardage. And we're going to see him go out of bounds. Keep that clock not ticking. The clock's certainly not your friend right now.
get away from the flood concept. Start going to crossers.
Uh-huh. Back to throw. A lot of guys got bumped. Throws the drag underneath. I think that play was solid because you got the runoff in the corner. You got the in route that I don't like. That's probably what I would have put like a real post route on the tight end maybe with Hot Route Master. I don't have that, so I'd probably just keep it as is. But right there, it works out.
Are you worried about the clock here and giving Raging the
No.
ball, or no? Are you just trying to score?
No, I'm just trying to get in the end zone, brother.
And I don't like this at all. Stinky's caring about the clock,
He's
obviously.
chewing clock, which is freaking hilarious. Inside run here, he's got it. I was questioning the decision of where he cut that, but it works out. I'm a little worried. Okay, I am a little worried about the clock.
Yeah.
He's putting himself in a bit of a scary spot.
Yeah, 2nd and 1. I'm not sure I like this play call either.
I like this play call. I think this could work. He's just like letting it run. I don't like this. I don't like this. Throws the wow. He threw the freaking post over the middle, and that's a Chiefs touchdown. I was looking at the angle.
I saw that. That's where I was looking.
The post is not as reliable. I don't think. I don't exactly trust it. I do trust the angle. And he's calling my play again. This isn't gonna work if he's in zone. Calls a timeout. What are we gonna see?
I think you still come out into play, see the next look, and see if you like it. I have a feeling it's the RPO. It is the RPO. And wow, this seems like
out of it.
It seems like a run the ball down here, but
he's trying to get a penalty here. He's just gonna kick it. There you go. So the penalty's called. Imagine your quarterback trying to purposely draw you, to make you get a penalty. That's freaking hilarious. High pressure extra point. I figure it won't be a problem for Daniel Carlson, who sucks at kicking short field goals, but is really good from long range in real life. Not a problem here. Right down the middle. That's good. And the Falcons have 13 seconds, 3 timeouts to score 3. A kick return would be really funny.
I'm calling a kick return touchdown.
I mean,
if it's not fine, double my ring fine. I'm kidding. Don't.
Yeah. I think that'd be real bad for you. 60,000 in the hole you'd be. So
60,000 in the hole I'd be. Broke guy.
Bro, think Yoda. So 10 seconds remain. Remember when we used to play Mud Squads and talk like Yoda? That was pretty legendary. I'd hate to see them pass the ball. Timeout Stinky? Yeah. If I'm raging, like against that, I'm definitely running the ball. I'm definitely gonna run it. And pray that I bust a run out, get some pancake action going. Denny's free pancakes, boom, boom, laying them out.
Stinky is being very dumb here. He is
very dumb, and he has the contains. He has the contains, which are worse against the run. We are going to see a run, and Bijan has room on the outside. If he was faster with what he was just doing there, I literally think he could have taken that to the house.
I think so too, and I do not like the pass coverage either. You're playing match coverage with, zone drops. Thank you, Stinky. Take those off. Let the match coverage play itself. And do you think we see another run here? We don't.
The ball was.
He has the corner route. Raging had the corner route, missed him,
throws it
away.
We're going to overtime. What the frick? So what are your calls on the coin toss? Who wins it? Go.
I'm calling heads here.
I'm gonna say I think Raging's gonna win it. I'm calling tails. Tails never fails. Raging's definitely winning the coin toss. Lock it in. Stinky wins the coin toss, and he's taking that football. Unlike in the Super Bowl, this is the right decision. Kyle Shanahan probably would have elected to kick because he's an idiot. But you know what? Stinky makes the right decision. He's taking that ball. He says, send it here. And we're going to see a money drive. Patrick Mahomes, guy who gets paid a lot of money, do a contract in 2 years. We could see Mahomes not on the Chiefs.
And I'm a big component of that, seeing Stinky try and run a franchise without Mahomes.
I would love to see that too. And Stinky, he's a real sucker for guys named Patrick Mahomes, Patrick Ellsworth. Last time I watched Stinky play an overtime bread drive, I watched him fumble against H-Coke to lose because he ran an RPO read and kept the ball with his quarterback.
He's gonna have the corner.
The slant route stopped. Don't throw. Okay. The slant route glitched out and stopped. I literally don't ever hot route slants anymore because they glitch out like that. And that really sucks when you're playing a guy who only runs man.
And if you're depending on that slant route and you just automatically throw it because you know he's going to get open and then he just stops.
That's so bad. He has the drag. He missed it. Look at the under pressure. He backed up too far. He has fearless.
Yeah, look at the fearless.
He had him. A very reliable route against man. Sometimes it still gets bagged, though. Right there, it didn't. And now he's going back to his money play. He flips it. This play got him out of a sticky situation earlier. I have doubts that it will be replicated, that success.
Yeah, I'm very interested on the play call. Would have liked to see an angle route instead of a streak on that side.
I think that's what he wanted. He's going to try and put it on him. He's got time, I think. Nope.
He's going to have the running back streak. He doesn't get it off.
Hit as he's throwing. 4th down and 10. Going to go for it. Game on the line. I am horrified. This is where Raging gets to pass commit and absolutely dick you down. Sexual style.
Yeah. I'd like to see a comeback route on maybe Jalen Hyatt. He's the only guy.
Oh my god, I hate this play. Oh, he has the streak! He has the streak! He bumps him! Tyquan Thornton streaking to the end zone! Touchdown! What? Did he do? Is that why he put that route combo in the field? Was that purposely to bump him?
Maybe. Is that something Stinky was labbing? I'm not giving Stinky the credit for that, but it wouldn't surprise me.
And the Chiefs knock off the undefeated 20-0 Falcons in Week 1. Victory.
Wow.
In Kansas City's got to throw a parade. I mean, if this is college football, they might be rushing the field, except it's at their stadium, so nobody's rushing the field.
Go to highlights, view highlights. I want to see what exactly happened there.
That was insanity. I thought he was cooked. Oh my god, he's gonna be so happy to hear the call on that. That is crazy. What a finish. Tyquan Thornton just cooks his man. I mean, a little bit of bump action and a touchdown.
And here's the play. Please.
Look at the play.
Motherfucker.
Yes. All right, let's look at this, man. Let's see what happened here. So he put an out route.
And I don't think he knows.
It was the corner. It was the corner route that bumped the piss out of him.
Stick and move, please.
What is this camera? He wants to look at the ref's rump? I don't understand. What is he looking at here? We got to get a new camera guy in the building. What is going on? Can we turn off depth of field? I can't see, bro. Yeah, the tight end bumped him. Absolutely cooked in a touchdown to end the 20-0 season.
Fire that guy. But wow, that is an amazing play call. I'd like to ask Stinky if that's something he knew was going to happen.
Is the out route really important to that?
That's what I'm wondering.
Man, well, certainly it sounds like some of us are going to be getting in the lab after this one. What a play. What a touchdown. What a finish. In the building now. I believe this is the Stinkster. It is.
Hello.
So, Stinky, how are you feeling? An unlikely finish in overtime. We thought you were dead to rights. 4th down and 10. He gets to pass commit and dick you with his pass rushers. And you draw up the perfect play to score a game-winning touchdown, and he doesn't get a shot because it's not the playoffs. How are you feeling right now?
I'm a little disappointed in how we came out of that game, how that third quarter went, man. We got to play better, man. I will say this much though. Earlier I did not put respect on Ragin, and after that game, man, that guy's defense is insane. I could do, and the rollouts, man, it's like borderline impossible to stop. So like, I give all
Definitely.
props to Rayford. That guy can play, man. Like, I understand why that guy went like 39-1 or whatever. That guy's insane.
And so, take us through that very last play. Is that something you've labbed up before and know that this guy's going to get bumped and I'm going to have the streak? Or did that just happen randomly?
So I don't do that gay shit where I sit there and lab. I'm not queer, so no. I just kind of came up with something. You know, when you're the offensive genius that I am, you know, kind of just come up with stuff. I don't know if you guys saw, but on that first pick study, I don't know if you noticed, but
Dude,
bro,
we didn't see
I did
him.
not see
I
him.
had no clue he was there. Guys wearing camouflage in the middle of the field.
Dude, I was actually
Bro's a
so
Navy
annoyed.
SEAL, dude. You were pissed.
Like, I didn't rage or anything, but I was like, bro, wait, could you guys hear me?
No.
Okay, I didn't rage or anything, but I was just like, bro, what? And on the second pick, I just messed up my pass lead. He was open.
Yeah, so during the game, we caught a couple hot mics from you before, and we heard you talking about your players are brain dead and that they're stupid. Is that something you're going to have to address in the locker room, or do they know that that's just the type of coach you are?
Dude, you know, listen, I think we can all agree that usually, you know, I'm a pretty like chilled out guy, you know. But if you like, you know, I can get pissed off at times, and you know, when we know every single play he's going to roll out and we are not doing anything about it, I'm just gonna get pissed, you know, because it's crazy. He rolls out and he throws crossbody to the running back, and it's always fucking open. I don't know what
at the beginning of this Madden, there was talk about how OP QB scrambling ones and how bad contains are at containing the QB. They kind of addressed it, but I think it's certainly still far too powerful.
I mean, listen, what I will say though is that like I wouldn't have the patience to sit there and do that. So, you know, all the props to Ragin for doing that. You know, he just does what I don't think it's like an indictment on him. I'm just saying that like it's just annoying to play against.
Sure.
And so you've had a very eventful offseason. Which of your
Jalen Hyatt is our team MVP today. You know,
He made
I
a
think
huge play for you.
Jalen Hyatt. So the thing about Jalen Hyatt, what I was trying to do with him, I was trying to get him on the solo side to use his release and then let my other receivers do their own thing. Because Jalen Hyatt's the only good receiver I have when it comes to release. That's all I wanted to do with him.
Yeah, and
Yep.
I think having a release, especially when you're playing, you know, a team like Rage, and having a guy who can win off the press, certainly important. And he came up big for you tonight.
Well,
Huge plays
dude,
for
Chase
him.
Young is insane, bro. He's
aware.
insane.
I'm
He's
aware.
so
I get to play this guy.
Actually.
I had to play him twice a year last year. I'll get to see him in the playoffs again this year, most likely. I know all about that guy. I mean, trust me.
I don't know. When I won for 2 the first time, I could like picture you in my head like raging at me like, Stinky, what are you doing? Stinky, the only reason, listen, I'll tell you I won for 2 because I was like, okay, I don't think I can make him punt, but I think I can force him to get 3, and that's what I did. I didn't get the 2-point, but I forced him to take 3.
And you know what? Initially, at first, I was like, "What is this call? I don't like it." and then I kept looking at him like, I see what he's going for. I see the justification. Still likely not what I do, but I can justify it. You know.
Would you have gone for 2 at the end?
No.
No.
Yeah, I was like, dude, he already knows all my 2-point plays. I'm like so fucked. I'm just gonna like go to.
Cook. He's got too many knockouts on that field. It's too compact. Pass rush is there. You know.
If Troy Anderson wasn't so good, I would have probably gone for it. But like, I knew he was gonna be a man in cover 3.
Yeah, well.
And
it was a heck of a game.
is there anything Ragin did that surprised you at all this game?
What Ragin did? I mean, I didn't honestly think his defense was gonna be that good. I thought his defense was gonna be. I thought it was just overrated and people just sucked.
Hey, man.
But no, his defense is really, and his offense. I thought his offense was really overrated too. But no, his offense is good. He's like, I get like before I thought he just went like undefeated and really good because like everybody was brain dead and retarded. But like I get why everybody gets clapped by him. He's like actually really good.
And so, knowing, you know, you were down 10 pretty late into the fourth quarter. Knowing Ragin's a pretty conservative guy, did that give you hope at all? So I'm
not gonna on that first down where he rolled out. I thought I ran commit, but I guess I didn't. Well, I think I did run commit, but like the safeties just stayed with the tight end, and I ran with like the crosshair. I don't
You
know.
did.
There was. I just knew on that last third down, I knew it was gonna be halfback scissors, and I got stuck on Rousseau, and I got so annoyed. I was so
I
annoyed.
was shocked that he didn't get that ball off. That
I
was
was-
crazy. That's the
Dude,
life without
he has to
gunslinger,
have,
my
Ritter
friend.
has to have gunslinger, bro. He has
He
to.
doesn't. Unless he changed.
Dude, I don't
Did
know.
you give him gunslinger? I don't think he did.
Is Raging here?
He doesn't have
Yeah.
gunslinger. I'm confident
Raging,
he
what's his
doesn't.
release? Oh my god, bro. He gets the ball off every time.
Are you still using the one that I told you to use?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
What
what
is
He has traditional one.
Oh, no,
one?
I think I changed the traditional 4.
Oh.
Damn.
I told him
So-
to use traditional one, and then everyone started using 4.
I do have a question for you, Raisin. You know, you've had the most dominant run in MKL history, and opening week, you know, you suffer a brutal loss week 1. Is that something your locker room can handle?
Oh, man. I mean, if we can give everybody this tough of a game where it comes down to a coin flip who gets to try to score first, our locker room's the most confident locker room in the league. I'll say that I've built the best team. There's a lot of trades that happen, a lot of guys trying to catch up, but I've built the best team. And on that last play, I accidentally changed the coverage on the deep right half, and if that wasn't there, Stinky would have lost that game. So
What do you
I
mean?
made
What did you
one
do on the
mistake.
last play?
I made a wrong click. I was putting a deep out zone, and I clicked the wrong one. So he was sitting in like the middle of the field instead of where he should have been.
Oh.
So I mean, it's a 4th and 10, you know, in overtime, and I made a wrong click, and Stinky found the right guy, you know, and
You know, I'm
that's
glad to
what
hear
it comes
you're.
down to
I mean,
sometimes.
I'm glad to hear you're saying, Stinky, you didn't beat us, so we beat ourselves.
Oh, I definitely feel like, you know, late in the game, we decided instead of just to run and make him use his timeouts, we
I
decided to
was
call
pretty
some
surprised
passes.
to see that.
We just
Bro
wanted
thought
to
he was
make it
me
more
or
fun.
H-Stroke.
I figure people are watching, and I could effectively end the game and make him use his timeouts, or I could call some passes. And on the last pass, I couldn't get the ball off, and you know, it's good to lose, and it's good to lose to your friends. Stinky and I had a big old heart-to-heart in the main chat the other night, and I'm happy that Stinky got a win, and it was a fun win, and I bet you guys had fun calling it, and I bet people had fun watching it, and it's good. It's bad for the league for me just to go undefeated again. So getting a loss is good for everybody, and especially me.
So to me, it sounds like, you know, Stinky has in the past has said, you know, he's lightened his load a little bit when playing you. It sounds like you did something similar for the betterment of the league.
you know, just late
load.
there, I didn't. Normally, I wouldn't call any passes when I can run out somebody's timeouts, but I
Yeah.
decided, hey, let's try to do this and see what happens. Take a risk, and didn't pay off. But I know the high percentage thing I can do, and I didn't do it. And then at the very end, I am, you know, making my adjustments, you know, adjusting coverages and how I want people to mirror receivers. And when I went to the back right safety, I put him not how he should be. And so I was like, right when it clicked, I wish I could turn into him and start running back, but I was stuck. So I kind of just watched it and said, well, hopefully Terrell can get out there and knock it out or something crazy. But, you know, I mean, it happens. Nobody's perfect. I mean, I was last year, but generally people aren't perfect. And, you know, we're 0-1, you know, and that's okay.
So, Ragin, sitting at 0-1 now, how worried are we about missing the playoffs? Real competitive division over there, you know.
The Saints beat me early on in this run. You know, my team has become more talented. I think I've grown as a Madden player to know things that I am most, you know, I'm about to put a plan together on, you know, to adjust my game as what I see the defense does and whatever. And I'm pretty confident I can do well, but you never know. I mean, we just watched Nick make a Super Bowl. People, you know, can always improve, always continue to grow, and I don't know what'll happen. I would love nothing more than to see a bunch of fresh new faces in the playoffs. But if I'm still here, I imagine the Falcons will probably be in the playoffs, but you never know.
Well,
Fuck,
one thing's for certain. Before you leave, you got to give me all your players. You know, that's just the thing that has to happen. We'll have to talk about that at a later date, though, because certainly that will not be happening anytime soon. You know.
Well, hats off to Stinky. He played a really good game. You know, we go to overtime. He gets the coin, he gets the flip, and he capitalized, you know, on a big long 4th and 10, and I made the mistake, you know, so that's
Oh, you know what?
that's
I've got
bad.
another question. Are you feeling like Josh Allen right now? You wishing you had an opportunity to go out there and win
Well,
the
I
game
mean,
with your offense?
I definitely think, you know, like there was a few times that I punted this game, and maybe even once, I don't know, but I know that like when I did, generally I had like 20 seconds to try to get into field goal range type thing. So it's like I know I can move the ball, and then when I get up there, once I had the lead, I'm like, well, I'm not gonna like throw a pick six. You know, I'm not. I'll call high percentage plays. If I don't like what I see, I'll take my 3. And I think it was a really good plan. I was right in position to win, and just one thing here, one thing there. You know, that's what you got to do. Last game, Stinky was on the goal line, and I stuffed him, and I beat him that game. So I mean, every other game, there's a new challenge, there's a new moment that you have to win over the other guy. So, but I'm mostly in jest. You know, I don't. I imagine that I can definitely lose multiple games this year, not just this one. But it's you know, my winning streak has come to an end. So congratulations to Stinky.
Thank you.
And I have one final question for you, but before we sign off here, you know, Super Bowls are a big thing. Super Bowl slumps are an even bigger thing to conquer. There was a lot of controversy behind Desmond Ritter being seen out in public with many women in many different countries. As a coach, did you have to sit down with him and tell him, you know, this is a football, you know, league. We're professionals here, and you need to stop doing that.
Yeah, you know, Desmond Ritter's dying little sister's wish is that he helped out Girl Scouts of America. And so you'll see him often out with girls all around the world because he really has an incredible club. And I'm not that concerned about Desmond. You know, he's a straight up guy. You know, goes to church every Saturday.
Really?
So, big fan of Desmond. Yeah.
Saturday instead of Sunday.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah,
I
definitely
guess-
Saturday instead of
yeah.
Sunday. Saturday's the Sabbath, so gotta be Saturday.
Oh man. I thought something really funny, but Doc said that was the last question. That's so sad. You know, one narrative that we were pushing was that this was a battle of religion. You know, Stinky's a guy, you know, praises Allah. Raging a guy,
You know what's-
praises
well,
Jesus.
can
If
I
I
tell
had
a funny story?
known those were the stakes, I might have played a little differently. Towards the end.
So during that coin toss, you know, it's Ramzan now, you know. So like it's the holy month, you know. So you know what I did, bro?
What did you
Prayed
do?
to God. I was like, God, please let me win this coin toss.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly,
Yeah,
I'm sure if you guys watch the game back, you'll get a chuckle when I bring that up. But, you know, certainly a storyline that many of us were definitely thinking about for sure.
No, it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one for sure. No, man, this is a very talented team. It's the best quarterback in the game, and Stinky made use of him, and it's hard to stop.
You know, I think Mahomes actually got dethroned this week by what's his name on the Titans. Did you see the ability stack he put on his guy?
I did
And
not.
he used all his rings.
Yes, he used all his rings and just absolutely just hammered abilities on his QB.
Doesn't matter, bro. It's fucking Wally. You suck.
Shout out to Wally, man. That being said, it was a great game.
It was a good game.
Congratulations to you, Stinky, and you know, Razor.
I had
literally
5
back
minutes
out there
and
slamming
22
dudes.
seconds. 5 minutes and 22 seconds of possession to 14 minutes and 40 seconds.
You
That's
had way
crazy.
less time.
I had only 9. He had 9 minutes more of the ball.
That's
9
pretty
minutes
crazy.
plus more of the ball.
Don't know how that happened. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but good
It almost
game,
seems like
guys.
a blip. All right.
Alrighty. I'm gonna cut it here. Peace out.